What's up, Jillian? All right, so this is my 1 week check-in that I'm recording this video for. Girl, we made it. We made it through our first week, and I just want to tell you that I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you made your 1 week. So let's do our check-in real quick. Let's talk about how it went, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I want to say that Jill, first of all, girl, those morning pages, man, it was a bit of a struggle, but you did morning pages every single day since starting the Artist Way course, and I love that for you. Okay. One of those days you didn't do the full 3 page, but you did like a page and a half, and girl, yes, it was still all good. Okay. On other days you did journal, you did your morning pages, but you also added like some artwork. You did a bit of coloring. I guess my inner child was speaking to me on those days, so I got my color pencils and we started drawing, girl, and yeah, that was that. You was just determined to fill up those pages, and you know what I'm saying, on those days, like, your inner child was really speaking. So yeah, pretty much I'm just looking inside of our book and doing a check-in. So they do have some questions. They have 3 questions that they're asking. I already started off and told you that we did do our morning pages every day of the week, because in the book they're asking, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? 7 out of 7. We always hope. How was the experience for you? So I can say with the morning pages, the experience, a lot of the journaling that we did, mostly, Jillian, was just prayer. You did a lot of praying. That was interesting. Yeah, you did a lot of praying with journaling within the morning pages, which I want to say that, man, I love that, that you took that route to do it that way, and how it made you feel. A lot of, I want to say, like, within the beginning of me just starting the morning pages, a few times some heavy emotions have came up. So you journaled about them, you expressed yourself on those pages. So it was an experience. It was a very interesting experience, and a lot this week you've been just talking to God. Like, you really been talking to God on the pages, girl, and off the pages. Okay. The second question that they're asking is, did you do your artist date this week? If yes, we hope. Okay, wait, let me just start over. Okay, it said, did you do your artist date this week? Yes, of course, we always hope. And yet, artist dates can be remarkably difficult to allow yourself. What did you do, and how did it feel? So we did do our artist date this week, and what we did for our artist date, we ended up signing up for like a free event that was like 4 minutes away from our house. It was a beautiful, beautiful group discussion, right? It was a beautiful group discussion, and the topic of the discussion was finding meaning in life's difficulties. So I'm just going to show you the pamphlet that we got from that. We was a little late getting to our artist date, but still in all, I'm glad, like 30 minutes late, but still, I'm glad that we went. And I was there within a group. I appear to be the youngest in the group because I was there with a whole lot of elders, which is not a bad thing. It was a beautiful experience. The discussion was everything, and what they were talking about. So on this pamphlet that I'm reading, just to refresh my memory on the group discussion that we did, It says the questions that they were asking in regards to like finding meaning in life's difficulties. It was saying like, is there a purpose to the difficulties we face in life? How can times of struggle actually help bring communities together? What role can spirituality play in helping us build stronger and more peaceful communities out of times of hardships and injustices? So this is pretty much what they were discussing. And I was just there open and actually being a student amongst the elders. It's like I spoke like a couple of times, but I was just there like really absorbing the knowledge. And man, what the elders was talking about, man, I want to say that it was just, man, super profound. But what I love is that what I've noticed, let me just say this, what I've noticed is that I love being in those type of settings. Like just being a part of that group discussion and being there amongst people talking about, community and talking about solutions in regards to how we can better come together as a community. Things like that light me up. So that was kind of like a highlight for me. Noticing like just me being in the midst of that and just how happy I was. Like, man, it was almost like, man, I'm at my happy place, like being in this group. So I thought that was interesting. We had to cut out of there kind of early because we had a client schedule. I wish I could have had stayed to like the end of the event just to hear like the wrap up of the people talking. But I even made like a friend of a lady, you know what I'm saying? She was like, well, I'll see you, when I was getting ready to leave. I guess, with one of the questions that I was asking her, we kind of like connected a little bit. But she was like, okay, well, I'll see you at next group. So that prompted me to sign up for another one. So I'm excited about that. So me and this lady could talk because it was just fun. It was just it was just a dope experience and I appreciate it. So yes, girl, we did our artist date and it felt really good. It felt like home. It felt like something that I am supposed to be doing. So, that was interesting. And for the last question that they had for week one's check-in, they say, were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery, and describe them? I don't know if I want to describe these as issues, but what came up for me with doing all of this, man, I was just so emotional this week. I cried so much because I guess with me journaling, it was just a lot of things that ended up coming to the surface that needed to be transmuted and alchemized, thoughts of, I had these sad thoughts like, I'm really not happy where I'm at right now in life. And that was the thought then. I mean, right now, how I'm feeling, I'm feeling like, like I'm here. And I know that everything is okay though. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I know that everything is unfolding perfectly. So that was coming up to the surface. Regrets from past mistakes that I made as a young parent with my children was coming up to the surface. It was just a lot of things. And it was just a really, really like emotional time for me this week. With doing the artist way. I've even ran across this beautiful woman who she's based out of Atlanta, Georgia, but she has like her own ministries, and she does like Bible study and everything on Sundays, but it's not like your organized religion type of Bible study. it more so leans more on like the metaphysical side. And so it's like I seen her on a video and I started gravitating to her because it's like everything that she was explaining in regards to like the realization of God, you know, it kind of like hit home with me. So I started following her. And, you know, it just gave me some peace, you know, and some comfort. Just hearing her describe God, it kind of like, it act as a confirmation for me and how I would describe God. So yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. But nonetheless, it was a very emotional week. A lot of things been transmuted and alchemized. And yeah, girl, like continue to keep going, continue to do the work, you know. We on week 2. So we on week 2 and I'm kind of happy. It took everything out of me not to like read week 2 before it was time, but we didn't. So I get to read like what week 2 entails on the video. So here we go. So week 2, it says, this week addresses self-definition as a major component of creative recovery. You may find yourself drawing new boundaries and staking out new territories as your personal needs, desires, and interests announces themselves. The essays and tools are aimed at moving you into your personal identity, a self-defined you. So that's what week 2 entails, and I can't wait to get into it. Oh, let me just go back a little bit. So in regards to the task, I did most of the task. I did like the affirmations and also like the blurts. I did that. I chose like my enemies, my 3 enemies that created like a creative block within me, and I did the task like that. What I did not do though, that I wish I had the opportunity to do, but I didn't, because things was kind of crazy. We ended up moving, girl, into a salon loft a couple of days ago. So we were pretty busy, but nonetheless, we got most of the tasks done other than the 20-minute artist walk. And that's okay, you know, but for everything else, we showed up. So I am super excited to get into week 2. I can't wait to come back on here and, you know, do I check in with week 2, Jillian. But I just want to take this opportunity just to tell you that I'm proud of you. Thank you for getting through week 1. And, you know, you got week 2, girl. Let's get it. All right. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.